beautiful people out here.
Oh, look at that. We have games that are coming up. You want to go ahead and tell me what map it is?
This is gonna be Coda. The game didn't go too far. I think Sbaero just expanded. I think he just Reaper expanded. I wasn't paying attention. I was finishing my game and I see that.
So a Reaper expanded, and that's pretty opening oriented.
Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention.
We're actually going to be getting into this game. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are indeed ready for this match to get underway.
Let's go.
All right, so we thought this game was going to be coming up, but it's actually not ready just yet. So we're going to be recovering the game from replay.
Yes,
Blast. You know, there is a green 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter audio cable in that box.
Yes.
And I think I've got one in my backpack as well.
Yeah.
But that box is closer than my backpack. So if you grab that, we can hook you up to the audio so that you can actually hear everything that's going on. Hey, look at that. The game is currently paused. Ladies and gentlemen, Coda is indeed going to be the map that we will be jumping into in just a quick moment. Those are the violins of war, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we in there, boys?
We are indeed in here. So, do you want to go ahead and observe?
I'm actually terrible at observing.
Okay, good. So, heading into game, do you know what game this is?
This is game 1, I think. Sbaero finished his game versus Mongi, which was a 2-1. He beat Mongi 2-1. And this is actually a really crucial match because depending on how Sbaero does, depends on if either Mongi or Sbaero gets out.
Here, switch my headphones.
Switch headphones?
Once again, Rocket League sign-up. Rocket League.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very weird day as far as production goes, but I think we are finally almost ready to get this underway. We have to reroute cables because of how the setup works.
Yes.
So, I swear, we're going to move the observing PC in like 10 seconds. You want to count them down? 10 seconds?
10 seconds. 10, 9.
Oh, it already moved.
Oh,
so
man.
that was an accident, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, are you ready for this?
I'm
You're going to hear some sound.
I'm ready.
All right. So in the top left-hand corner of Coda, we have BegBiE. Intro music.
Dude, that's actually really sick, man.
Yeah.
That's super sick. All right. And in the bottom right of Coda, he's down in supply. It is the UCF Terran Sbaero. Dude, I'm loving this intro music, man. It's so sick. So it looks like he's pretty down in supply right now. I guess like a lot happened while we were gone. Really nice that they brought us into this game. But yeah, Sbaero's is really down right now. He's down in economy. He's down in production. He's down in like actual fighting units right now. And it looks like BegBiE's going mech. And Sbaero's gonna stick with bio. Like Sbaero, he doesn't like.
Oh.
He hates mech. He hates playing as mech. So I don't ever expect him to ever play mech in any of his series.
Ooh. So we have this very interesting dynamic where it's like bio versus mech depends so much on a Terran player being able to pull someone apart.
Yeah.
I was casting ASL. It was Pult versus Journey, I believe.
Yeah.
And you think of Pult, and he's a world-class player, like literally one of the best outside of Korea. And he was so close to pulling apart Journey playing mech, but it's just so difficult Because if a mech player is good, and as it turns out, Journey is, you know, he's a Kespa player. He's kind of good.
Really, a little bit, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. So he's good, and it's like it requires so much to pull a mech player apart. And I'm curious because when we see these guys that aren't some of the best in the world, it's like, do they have what it takes to pull a mech player apart to break through the ring of turrets?
Yeah, it's really hard as the bio player to actually try to break them apart. Like you can see right now, he builds turrets. It's really, you can't get a drop in effectively. There's very little he's covering, BegBiE's covering all his airspace, and when you see BegBiE's up one base, the mech player is up bases against the bio player, you know the bio player is having like a really terrible time right now.
That does kind of present a problem.
Yeah.
So we have. Do we even have a third command center
No, we
here?
do not. We do not have a third. No third is made right now. If I had to guess what happened, okay, it is being made actually.
It's like just about to finish, but again, we're 16 minutes into a game where ordinarily Terran players, we're looking at third bases 11 minutes, 12 minutes, somewhere around there.
A fourth should be like being put down right now. Like,
something like this. Like, what is even happening?
He's like, okay, here's you want a fourth base? Here, I'll give you 3 of them.
I'll give you a fourth, I'll give you a fifth, and a sixth.
Oh, the mules, man, he's going to be dropping.
By the way, nice blinding clouds in that last game.
Oh, thank you.
Those were quite good.
Oh, man.
I enjoyed them.
I accidentally positioned my army. And I
saw that.
And I was like, wait, why are my units attacking?
And that's the moment where you just like rage at your units and then you realize it was all your fault.
Yeah, I was just screaming like, no, what the heck?
So moving towards the fourth base, a lot of mech players prefer to take this as their fourth because it gives them this little bit of a pocket, but then it gives them like a direct angle of attack right down the middle of the map. And so I'm curious because previously our meching player in the last game versus you, he went for his fourth base way over here. And that's actually what kind of Sbaero is hoping that it doesn't happen because he wants to get this drop in. He wants to head to this third. Yeah,
but we do see the meching player is actually moving in. This is actually the best chance Sbaero has. You're not going to beat this army in a straight-up fight. Like, especially at this low supply, you're not going to. The best option that he does have is a base trade, and it's still going to be really difficult. He needs to be able to pull as many units as he can, go up into his main base, sack his natural, and then try to hope the best for a base trade.
Wow, that is a lot of SCVs going to be going down, while in the south, the meching player going to be moving in. That's a lot of Hellbats wrecking through absolutely everything.
All those SCVs are dying. There's nothing left. There's tanks, but the Hellbats don't care. They're just like, come at me, bro. Come at you. You can't stop this.
Wow, Sbaero ended up cleaning house on the third base, but his main and his natural are about to get absolutely wrecked by BegBiE.
All those SCVs. When you see SCVs being pulled against Hellbats, you know it's not a good time.
It is a bad day.
Yeah, and
GG. Oh boy, Sbaero unfortunately not going to be able to make that one happen. So that was a recovered game, and it was game 1, which means we've got a guaranteed one more game in this series. It's a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is a best of 3. Of course, this is the UCF Gaming Nights September 12th LAN, which is exciting because that means there might be other LANs. Because if there was no other LANs, you'd just be like, I don't know, it's like the UCF LAN. There's only going to be one.
We have about 2 LANs a year, all with like different games. All the other officers and staff like kind of get annoyed with me because every event I'm like StarCraft. I want StarCraft. I have an obsession.
Good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I always I try to get StarCraft to as many events as possible.
I support that.
Yeah, no, I really do. I like it. I think this is really fun. I don't know. It's really nice when it's
going well.
Yeah, when it's going well, everything is working. Everything works out pretty nice.
I agree with that.
I love it when people are all having a good time.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to be getting into Cactus Valley in just a quick moment. Are you guys ready? I don't even know if you are.
My body's ready.
Your body is ready?
My body is
ready. Can you
ready.
confirm? All right, boys and girls, map intro time. All right, we are into our game number 2. The man in the top left-hand corner, he's got something to prove, I think, purely because he wants the 2-0, is our Red Terran player representing that Gator LAN logo, I believe.
Yeah.
This is BegBiE.
I'm still loving that music, man. It doesn't get old. In the bottom left, as the blue Terran, he's down 1 game. Can he bring it back? It is UCF Sbaero. I think he can do it. If I know my boy Steven, he never gives up. He always tries his hardest.
Does he always go for like really early SCV scouts?
Yes.
Okay.
Always. Every game.
I can understand. It's a 4-player map, and getting the SCV scout this early, where you know where your opponent is, and you're like, oh, he's got a barracks in his base. He's got a gas in his base. I'm not getting 11-11 proxy racks. Like, he's not taking a crazy risk. Where some players like he's like, I know he plays Protoss, which is a dirty race anyways. But he's like, it's a 4-player map with 4 spawns. I don't care.
I don't care.
I'll cheese you.
I will proxy. I will make a pylon wall, and then put cannons there, so you can't get a drone out.
That was versus Jadong on Polar Night, right?
Yes, it was.
Which is a 2-player map.
Yeah. But
so
but he did a pylon wall on Cactus Valley against another Zerg. I forgot who.
Did he?
Yes.
That's dirty.
And then he proxied his gateway there to make zealots as well.
Wow. Did we just have a fake out? Like Sbaero, the SCV, I think he faked out the SCV to make it look like he was going back home this way.
Yeah.
So that BegBiE
really
would get the wrong scout. That's funny. I love it when players do that.
It'd be really sick if he just goes to the bottom right now, and then he follows him on bottom right. Oh no, he's not gonna do it.
Yeah, but then BegBiE is like, that was a really early scout, so you must be close to me. Turns out he's actually like cross spawn scouting or something.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of players just like automatically send their like worker when they scout cross spawn.
Oh, this Reaper bug is so annoying.
Oh my god, I hate when that happens to me.
Yeah.
When I used to play Terran, and on this map, oh my god, it was so annoying. And I'd just be like, "Where's my Reaper?" I'd like go on and do other things and be like, "Oh, where's my Reaper?" And then just, like,
"Where's my Reaper?"
And then like, isn't it supposed to be there? It's like it's still there, just bugging out. It's not as bad as the Colossus glitch though.
I don't actually know which one that one is.
It was on I forgot what map it was on.
Oh,
But it was just,
okay,
like,
it was on
between like
old
the cold minerals and
yeah. What was that? It was that big like
it was a 2-player
dumb
map with like the back spawn
Really?
where like roaches were really good against like Protoss and Terran.
Oh, see, I'm thinking of the one on a 4-player map from last year where it had a Colossus bug on minerals. But anyways, so opening up in this game, BegBiE, he's like, I want to get myself 12 racks, 12 gas. I want to go for myself, 17 command center. We're going to get up that like 20 factory. So it's standard. That's the point I'm getting across. BegBiE is like, I want to get a fast expand standard.
Yeah, he wants
on the other hand,
Sbaero going for a it's going to be a Banshee. It's going to be a cloak Banshee, actually. Actually, no, it's not going to be cloak. It's going to be a cloakless Banshee. I'm sorry. And so BegBiE does scout this actually happening up right now. He does, and he does scout the command center timing. He should be prepared for this. He should be putting up a Viking and a turret in no time. But right now, I actually like BegBiE's position. If he can hold off this Banshee with like very little damage, this is really good for him. Like this is really good for him. Actually, no, Steven, he's going for tanks. Do you think it was because he got scouted and he decided this change?
Oh. Now it doesn't even matter. Like, if he did get scouted, and now it's like, well, I just scanned you anyways.
Just now you know what would be the best metagame ever? He switches. He switched. He canceled the tank.
No way.
He canceled the tank.
Okay, all right. So he's going... What is even going on? I'm looking at the wrong base.
He canceled
there we go.
the tank.
Wait, is he just going stem?
I guess he's just going tank. Wait. Oh, no, yeah. I guess he's just decided, he scanned it. He knew it wasn't going to work, so he just switched it anyways.
He was like, I don't even have my second base yet. I'm going to add on my second and third racks with this really weird, like, delayed command center build. And then I'm going to get stem really early. And I'm going to get another tech lab on another factory. Anyways.
Oh, my God. Okay, and he goes for tanks again.
Steven, he cancels the tank, and then he goes for another tank like a minute later.
No, but now he's not going to be expecting this.
This is very true.
The meta game is real here, man. Steven likes to play mind games, even though it hurts him at the end. He still wants to play the mind games.
I love that BegBiE is like, I got 2 Hellions and an SCV.
The SCV tanks, man.
Yeah, man.
Actually, is there anything out here?
There's not a lot because of all of the switching that happened. Oh no, the drop on the other side of the map going to be getting SCV. Well, some SCV kills will indeed go down, one for each side only. However, BegBiE has a much better army back at home to defend this tank if it sieges up.
Yeah, right now Steven's tank did come out. He does hold it off. He does get the Marines out. It is nice that he did delay the mining a little bit. It got pulled off, but again, if we look at the worker count right now, it's like 29 workers to 25, and then like in any mirror matchup, having workers the worker count is so important. Like
well, and 22 workers is saturation on your main.
Yeah.
So
it's not even full. It's not even optimal saturation. You're
exactly.
Losing
He's
money.
oversaturated.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. So Sbaero, it's like he's down on workers and he was inefficiently mining. He wasn't able to make use of that second orbital worth of mules on the natural expansion. He's down in so many ways, but his production is looking so much better. He's already added on racks 2 and 3. I would say Sbaero does have a tech. He has a tech advantage, but he needs to make use of that tech advantage. Like you got stim pack, you got tanks, you have Marines, you have better tech, but you have to do something with it. And if he doesn't push out with like some Marines or doesn't push out at all, it's wasted. Like he wasted this money for no. He wasted money on stim for no reason whatsoever. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, stim is always useful, but the interesting thing
at the point of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it could be
at
for
that
something.
point.
It could be for something else. Like you could have gotten more SCVs. You could get another command center. You could get more workers. Like there's
you
so
could
much
have not canceled that tank.
You could have not canceled the tank. You could have gotten more tanks. So
there's certainly a lot of things that we could pick apart for this guy. However, the thing that Sbaero is going to be having in his advantage is this +1 attack, which you referenced earlier. Combat Shield's going to be coming in as well. And even though BegBiE got that engineering bay like super early to defend against the Banshee that never came, he hasn't gotten any upgrades out of it. That's the problem. So it's like he's had this opportunity to get all of these upgrades, but he hasn't done it. Racks 4 and 5 now going to be coming in for Sbaero.
He's actually adding in way too much production right now.
Well, that's the thing, is like, is this a 2-base all-in? Because without a third command center...
Even if it was a 2-base all-in, you don't have the... Like, he doesn't have the economy right now to sustain 5 racks production, plus a factory, plus a starport, plus 1 NG bay. He doesn't have the money to sustain it. Like, he's doing it because he has extra money, but eventually he's going to spend through that money and he's going to be not using... He's not going to be using, like... He's not going to be using the other 2 racks efficiently because he just, again, doesn't have the money to do it.
Lovely Marines going to be heading out around the map. But the thing that I'm always interested in with BegBiE is when is he actually going to be taking that third command center? But he's already started it, so I guess that entire sentence was kind of pointless.
Takes the third right now. He is going for mech. Sbaero also does take the third a little bit faster. And we see BegBiE again going for mech. Starting that like ring of turrets around his main base so he can't get dropped. Has Vikings in position just in case of any drops. Again, Sbaero needs to try to make something happen. Like you said before, last game, the bio player needs to push and pull the Terran player apart.
What a scout! What a scout!
That Marine, his life.
That was a Hellion. But yes, that Marine, his life for ire.
His life.
That Baneling, man. That Baneling. My life for ire.
Oh my god.
All right, so we've got a Hellion drop, but a little birdie told me that if you drop 4 Hellions in a main base, you can totally turn them into Hellbats. Like, you need 2 medevacs for that if they were Hellbats before. But Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Is it?
Don't do it.
Don't, please.
It's always so weird playing a game of StarCraft and having latency like this when the guy is literally like 100 feet over there.
He's just like literally there's like 2 computers down that way, and then that's how they are right now.
Yeah.
Like he's right. Sbaero's right here, and then BegBiE is like right there. Like you guys can't see me. I'm using my hands right now, but they're like literally like right next to each other.
Ooh. As pretty much Sbaero's army does indeed step out onto the map. These 4 Hellions, which do have blue flame, going to be lining up these SCVs. First couple of SCVs going down.
Oh man, all these SCVs are going to go down. He needs to be able to raise that depot as soon as he gets the SCVs out. Okay, yeah, he does, but he still takes some losses from this. Meanwhile, Sbaero, he's not doing. His army's just sitting in the middle. He either needs to be like containing the mech player into his into 3 bases or not. And now he's just stimming his army, trying to just counterattack right now. But there are 4 tanks and Hellbats right there.
That's what we call a meat grinder, ladies and gentlemen, is that he steps forward and does virtually nothing with that initial wave of Marines.
Oh, and he tries to pick up to try to go for a drop, and Sbaero, BegBiE, immediately scans it. And he has to drop down from those medevacs.
Oh, no.
And right now, BegBiE feels confident to move out. And yeah, look at that force by Sbaero. It's like barely anything versus 4 siege tanks, a bunch of Hellbats, some Vikings. That's not, you can't fight that as a bio player. That bio army can't beat that.
BegBiE up to 7 tanks in total, so even if it did come to like a straight up fight between maxed armies, as you say, BegBiE has just such an advantage. Third base technically taken a bit early by Sbaero, but tell me, how good is a third base if you can't actually efficiently mine from all 3 bases that you have?
Yeah, like Sbaero has, it's not like not really that good at all. Like he's oversaturated on his main right now, and not main, his natural right now. He doesn't have, he barely has any workers. Like it doesn't matter how many bases you have. This isn't like Brood War where you could have like a few workers on every base.
A couple of Marines getting dropped into the natural of BegBiE. That medevac gets absolutely cleaned up by those Vikings, easy peasy. Into the main base, though, the majority of the force, this is a couple of Marauders mixed in here, which means it does have some power.
This is actually really good. This is really good for Sbaero right now. This is what he actually needed. Come in, find an opening, abuse the opening, but then like again, slowly pick apart the meching player. Would be really good right now if there was a drop or any army going into the third base right now. Would be really good, but so far this is like a decent start. Nice positioning on those tanks, getting a bunch of pop shots off on those things, and actually BegBiE's being sloppy right now. And he does drop Hellbats onto the tanks, but now there's a force moving into the natural.
You wanted that multi-pronged attacks. You're getting them a little bit here as we've got reinforcements trying to deal with these Hellbats, while in the natural expansion, Marines, Marauders, and a single tank going to be stepping forward. Hellbats and tanks are so slow to respond, and that's actually a reverse meat grinder from what we saw earlier, where Hellbats actually just getting absolutely torn apart. This is a far better cost-effective trade for Sbaero than what we saw earlier.
Yeah, like, it did seem that Sbaero traded kind of inefficiently, but again, he's the bio player. Bio doesn't cost as much as meching units, and they don't take as long to build. And now you can see in the worker count, BegBiE lost a few SCVs, and Sbaero, oh no. Is that us, or is that them, or is that everyone?
I'm actually not sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh! All right, so I guess we're back.
Okay, we're good. All right, I guess we're fine. All right, so, yeah, but that was a pretty decent trade for Sbaero, but he needs to be doing that again.
And again?
Yeah,
and
like
again.
literally you don't stop. You peel apart the meching player, you pick off a unit here, a unit there, pick off production here, pick off workers here. You just slowly pick them apart until they don't have anything left, and then you push in while your economy is really great behind it. So this is what Sbaero needs to be doing. But he does need some medevacs, like he needs a little bit more, because you can't keep stemming this bio. Because it's drugs are bad, all right, kids?
They are bad.
I don't know, like, man, the Terran, they don't care, man. They don't care about their units.
They don't.
As long as they fight well. But yeah.
These Vikings, I know that Sbaero only has 2 medevacs, but, well, he's got 4 now. But still, you need your Vikings back at home. BegBiE has actually half of his turrets not quite established just yet.
Oh, if he knew about this, he could drop in. Actually, yeah, drop in right now. Drop. Okay, that is really good for Sbaero right now. The turrets aren't finished. They're not going to finish right now. And he has tanks on the low ground, so if any Hellbats get close, the tanks obliterate them. Tries to go into the natural, doesn't get too much done right here, but this is also really good. Again, picking off production, picking off a unit here, unit there, building here, building there.
Stepping forward into this line of tanks, he's going to get absolutely obliterated.
Oh, shouldn't have fought there, should have picked up and ran away, but it's still all right. It's like right now, Sbaero is down a little bit, don't get me wrong, but he's doing what he needs to do to try to crawl himself back into this game.
Ooh.
Oh,
another medevac goes down, another tank. His army, which was doing good at first, has just sort of been falling to pieces after that. Clearly, he's not taking as good of care of his units as he was at first. And now, it's actually gotten BegBiE a little bit excited. He's on the warpath. He's out for blood.
Yeah. Now, BegBiE thinks that he can take this army on, and right now he can. That's a lot of tanks, a lot of Hellbats. He needs to split up that bioforce. You cannot try to fight that many tanks. Ah, man, I can't speak, man. This is what StarCraft does to you. You just become speechless.
You just don't know what to say because you're overcome with absolute #passion. That's another annoying thing about Cactus Valley is your units get split up if you don't control them well. Oh, that's a lot of tanks sieging at the front lines. BegBiE is looking for blood. He's up 1-0 in this best of 3. He's looking for the 2-0. He wants to advance on to the next round of this tournament. SCV's absolutely slaughtered as the reinforcements, well, they're pushing through nothing. There's no reinforcement here for Sbaero.
Sbaero's trying to hang on. He knows that this could be his tournament life right now. He may not make it out. This SCV is running for the hills, man. He doesn't want to be there. He's like, get me away from those tanks. I'll go retire in Hawaii. I don't need this right now.
I don't even know if he can get to Hawaii. He's on a foreign planet mount. Oh, Hellbat drops into the mineral lines as he sautés virtually every single unit, escaping away to a planetary fortress. Won't be good enough. Tanks, I hear, are pretty good versus planetary fortresses.
Yeah, man, tanks are good against everything, man. They set up, they siege it. Sbaero's just sitting in this game just because, again, it's his tournament life. He doesn't want to get out right now. But
those GG scans, man.
He just wants to see how screwed am I right now? How many, what does he have? Oh, he's trying to drop on top of the tanks. This is kind of decent, but he's not dropping on the tanks, and loses almost a full medevac versus full of units for one tank, which is okay, but not in this position right now. You're being sieged.
GG. We do indeed have a 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. Blast. I think you mentioned that Sbaero was a friend of yours?
Yes.
How does it feel watching your friend go down 0-2?
Oh, man.
Are you going to rig the brackets? Are you going to go to challenge and just be like, no, didn't happen?
I actually face BegBiE all the time on ladder.
Ooh.
And I always beat him. He's only, we've played 10 games, and he's only beaten me once when I forgot Link Speed.
Link Speed, I've heard, is a pretty good upgrade.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think some people like it.
Yeah.
It's fairly useful.
But no, BegBiE's a pretty good player. It was a really good play by him. Sbaero almost bringing it back. That was he was so down in workers, so down in economy, and he almost brought it back.
Almost.
It was really, really, really close.
He was considerably closer than some other players have gotten to defeating BegBiE. I just wanted to buy time until I could fade up the music. Wow, perfect that this is actually Brood War Terran music coming in here.
That's actually perfect for what just happened right
I know,
now.
right? We got to watch ourselves some TBT action. I'm not actually sure.
BegBiE makes it out first place in his group.
Wow, first place.
I need to go in and update the brackets, but I don't know who makes it out now, Mongi or Sbaero out of second place. Actually,
we could take a look at the brackets. Look at that, this Blast guy, I think he's cheating. He's advancing out. I mean, he's currently 3-0 in his group. That's first place. That's silly.
Just cheats, man. Just hacks. No.
He hacks. So Mental Squid and Blast are advancing first and second. I guess I said that backwards. Blast and Mental Squid advancing first and second, respectively, out of Group A. In Group B, it hasn't quite been decided. I know Havoc said he just beat July Terran.
July Terran's pretty good. I play him on ladder too. He's actually that's how he found out about this LAN. I met him on ladder and he said he goes to UCF, and I was like, oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, yo, you should come out to this.
You should.
It's gonna be a fun LAN, and yeah, he came.
So, okay.
Spectrum made it out first because
he's
congratulations
to
Spectrum. No, yeah, he's number 1 seeds, and there was no one else, so we just gave him I'm like, all right, you're gonna advance.
Yep.
BegBiE does get a bye into the in winners. If I think that's how it goes.
Oh yeah, because it would be Group C.
Because there's only one person advancing from Group D, so he gets a bye in the first round. I think, which is really good for him. He can sit back, relax a little bit, put his feet up, and just watch the games, relax, look through some replays, and try to
prepare himself for the next one. By the way, guys, you can go to challenge.com/GKSC2LAN. It's right up there, and as you can see, we've got matches that will be coming up. No, wait a second. That's not what I want. I want standings, and then...
I still have to go update a lot of the things over at my computer.
I thought there was a link that took you to the bracket section. I guess I'm crazy.
It's in matches. In matches.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Matches. Yeah, there. And see? Those are the matches. But you're talking
about
no.
Oh,
final stage.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, it's over on the left side.
Yeah, but they don't happen until everything is done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's a little quick look at the bracket. You can, of course, check it out for yourself. Challenge.com, GKSC2LAN. Probably should have set up a chat bot before this, but...
Probably should have.
Okay.
All right. get
So everyone else is pretty much done with the group stage. We're going to be heading into the top 8 brackets in just a quick moment.
It's going to be exciting.
All right.
I'm ready, man. My body is ready.
Is your body ready?
My body is super ready. This is going to be hype.
You know, are you so ready that you want to watch 5 years of StarCraft 2?
5 years? Oh my, I love this video.
This is the video from SC2HL. By the way, guys, we have to give a couple of shout-outs. Number 1 to you, Blast, because you organized this whole thing. I don't know if you organized the whole LAN, but the StarCraft 2 portion of it. Yeah.
I organized a little bit of the LAN, but I couldn't, again, not me. Without me, without my staff, look, I can't. Like, I'm useless.
As is true of many people. But anyways, we also have to thank some other people because, number 1, SC2HL has been providing me with some of the videos that you guys are about to watch and with the videos that you've been watching if you've been here on the stream throughout the day. But also, Joe, a.k.a. Nice Username, is the one who created the map intros, and the reason that he created those map intros was because Ravi Fear Dragon Parikh was indeed the one who commissioned those map intros. So I kind of stole them from him. I asked him, I was like, hey, can I use your map intros? And he was like, no. And then eventually he let me, just because I've done like a whole bunch of work for him.
And he's just like, yeah, fine, here you go.
Yeah, he was really reluctant because he doesn't, he doesn't want other people using his map intros.
That's like, it's his product.
But a thank you to him.
Yeah, no, Fear Dragon's awesome. I met him at Toronto at Hello to Boot Time.
That's right. I saw that tweet.
Yeah, man. He was really cool. Also, Nice Username was also pretty sick.
Nice Username was really cool.
Yeah, he was really. I actually didn't know who he was until he said it. I'm like, yo, you're the one who makes all these videos?
Yeah. Let's actually take a look at one of those.